it's a bit battered, right? Rough around the edges, aren't we all? The item that really surprised me with its value is this. Well, good morning. Welcome back to the Tap Cave on a Monday. Here we go again. I've just come down and it's still set up from our live chat with Simon last night. Now, because I've built this high work surface storage unit here, when we sat on the chairs, the camera was like way above our heads. So I had to do this new setup and everything's still there. So I've got to clear all this away before I can get in there and pick some orders. I thought for this video, we would pick some orders. It won't take too long because I've still not properly got back into listing. We've been doing a lot of other stuff. This weekend, for example, we went and sold at a flea market, and I put together a video where I'm going to discuss how that went. Was it worth doing? How did we do? What did we sell? Did we sell anything? That'll be coming soon. So we have been doing a lot, but I haven't properly got back into listing. But for this video, I'm going to show you a bunch of really random stuff that I've actually drafted. And there's one thing in there that I picked up recently. I picked it up and I thought, yeah, I reckon I'll be able to sell this. That might have a bit of value. When I looked into it, blew my mind what they're selling for. One you need to have on your radar. So I'll show you that in a minute. Hang on, I'm dropping things off the table. It's the usual chaos in here. Load of board games that I sorted out recently need to go on. Load of D&D stuff here. Can't wait to plough through that. The side over here still hasn't properly been organised. Hasn't been organised at all. So that's the plan. We'll pick a few orders. Won't take long because there's not many. Then I'll show you some of this stuff and that item that, yeah, you need to have on your radar. But first we need to go up to the kitchen because Andrea did a reel of a load of the stuff we were taking to the flea market, and we got a sale from that reel. A viewer got in touch, I think it was Naomi, and I need to go and grab those items and get those packaged up. And recently somebody said, Nick, have you lost the ability to teleport? In the video where I was bringing all the board games down the stairs. No, I can still teleport. I just forgot that day. Let's teleport to the kitchen. Strap in. Still got it. Right, so yes, the items which have sold. It was quite a healthy order. I think it came to about £50, something like that. They are still up here because Andrea has wood oiled these, so they're drying out. They look so much better now they've been oiled. They were a little bit thirsty. So a pair of wooden bookends, those are going. If you're interested, the wood oil Andrea uses is this wood cutting board oil. So it's food grade. And that's been put on these and they are sat there drying. I think they might be able to go today. They've properly dried. Might have to wait till tomorrow, not sure. But those are going along with this. Now this pattern's called Gay Time and it's really sought after, worth collecting. There are collectors of it. It's worth picking up. What's the brand? Oh, it doesn't say. This is I think sugar sifter, I think. So that went, and a load of brass birds. I don't know how many there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these rather handsome brass birds. So Naomi, if you are watching, thank you very much for the purchase. I'll get all of this sent out today, or at least I will if these are properly soaked in and dried. There we go. Right, let's take these downstairs. Oh, I instantly forgot I can teleport again. Here I am, going downstairs. Andrea just reminded me, the brand for the Gay Time stuff is Lord Nelson. Yeah, Strong collector's market for that stuff. Right, so still haven't moved this. I'll get all of this cleared away and we'll pick what sold over the weekend from in here. Right, so here we are with listed stock, which, as I've been saying in recent weeks, is dwindling to next to nothing. But we have sold a few bits and we shall pick them. So first thing we need, you can't really see, is, now, I did get some of the board games listed, you may have seen. The Lord of the Rings. Now, I listed the Lord of the Rings game at £2,000. And then the owner of that board game stuff that I'm selling it on his behalf of, did that make sense? I don't know. He saw the video and he said, Nick, you forgot that there's a box with a load of cards that need to go with that game. So I quickly ended that listing. I've got to redo the pictures. I found the box of cards that should be with it. So I've got to do the Lord of the Rings again, unfortunately. But I did also list Gloomhaven, this great big one up here, which has sold. I think it went at 75 plus post. Let me have a look. Yes, it did. So this did not stick around when I finally got it listed. Come here, you. Right, next we have World War II Battle Units Top Trumps. A little Top Trumps pack has sold for £8. Where is that? A4. A4. So it should be in here, I think. Part of that same haul of board games, card games and all that stuff. There it is. Some of these Top Trumps are worth reselling. Most aren't, but you can still bundle them up and they do okay. But that one had a little bit of value, so £8. Gone out the door. Oh yes, and then we had an international buyer who bought on GSP 2 of the Dwarven Forge packs. So we need 2 SciFi sets. Right, DF4 and DF8. A7, right, let me find them for you. Right, so this buyer bought the 2 packs that I had discounted because of, well, you can see an obvious reason on this one. I think some mice took a shine to this one and ate the corner of the box and the polystyrene. The contents actually are fine, absolutely fine, but I did discount that one a bit because it had been attacked by vermin. So the total for these 2 packs came to about 230. So still not bad. I'll quickly show you what's inside one of these. Take a look here. These are SciFi, so it's all futuristic little modular pieces, and you build your set to play your game in. So they're all painted up like such. I think these are little doorway pieces. So these have little sliding doors. There we go. How cool is that? And the other one is very similar. There we go. So 2 more of those gone. And I have a wall of them here. These bigger sets. Waiting to be dealt with. Look at that, crazy. Okay, so next we need Salvage of Steam Launch Dolly. This is a book. It says A5. So A5, and here it is. This one. It's an interesting little thing. It's more of a pamphlet than a book, really. There's nothing to it. But it is the story of this boat, which it says is the oldest mechanically powered boat in the world. And it sank, but it was salvaged from the bottom of a lake somewhere. And this is the story of the salvage of steam launch dolly. There, that's what it looked like when, I think, when they finally got it out of the water and they got it back to working condition. Where's a picture of it when they'd salvaged it or finished it? There we go. Incredible. So yeah, £10 gone. And the only other order is 2 of these. These are little furniture kind of polish sticks. If you've got scratches in furniture and you want to kind of buff them out, you can use this stuff. And this is for lighter woods. Somebody has bought 2 of them, I think for a total of £8. Yes, £8 for 2, leaving me 1 left. They look like cigarettes. They're definitely not cigarettes. So 2 of those, and that is the conclusion of everything that's going out, right? So not good. I mean, some fairly decent value. Average selling price there was pretty decent, but yeah, we need to get listing. We need a better ratio of listed to non-listed stock. At the moment, I have probably 40 times, that's not even an exaggeration, of stuff that's not listed than is listed. It needs to be the other way around. Okay, right. So I'm going to go and grab, there's a bunch of things that I have drafted. I just need to do the pictures for. I'll talk you through some of that and share with you that item that really surprised me. Andrea's just come down. We've had a vintage sale. We have. It's this. It's Sowerby. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. It's like a rose design, slightly blue. Had that a while, so yeah. Cool. That's good. How much did that go for? Only £4 because I'm putting stuff from eBay that we've had listed for ages and ages on Vinted for a much lower price and just trying to get a shot of it. Proper clearance. Yeah. £4. Obviously they pay postage as well. Plus post. Yeah. Bargain. Yeah. There we go. Now I've got to package it. Thanks for that. It's all right. £4. Just quickly, while I've got you, Andrea just mentioned, we've had an email, you've probably had it as well. Everybody's had it. From eBay. We just thought we'd mention it in case you haven't seen it. Now, if you use GSP, so you want to sell worldwide but not do your own international shipping, it's what we do for our international orders, you need to have the country of manufacture of your item on the listing as an item specific. Yeah, right? In order to sell to the US. In order to sell to the US. So I think for me, it's going to be worth going through the Dwarven Forge stuff, the D&D stuff, and add that if it's not there. But you said you've had a couple of sales. The two Dwarven Forge packs that I just showed you, those sci-fi sets, they're going to the US on GSP. So I don't know when this kicked in, but those were from the weekend. But I was just watching Married to Reselling's video, and Faye was talking about the fact that she puts in the country of origin on most of the ceramics, you know, for UK made in Staffordshire type. I did the same, and apparently they did a test and they weren't being shown to the US, even though they've got the country of origin in. So that's a bit weird, isn't it? I don't know quite what's going on, but it sounds kind of typical eBay glitchiness. Yeah. At the moment, but moving forwards, it's definitely going to be worth, if you do GSP, putting in a country of manufacture. Yeah, I'm not going to go back and revise the ones I've got, but new listings, I'm going to make sure I've always got country of origin ticked or, you know, popped in. Yeah, items. I will edit mine. Certainly the higher value stuff anyway. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so as promised, let's show you a bunch of random stuff. I've just grabbed this stuff and it is the most random selection of things. It really is. It's quite amusing. Yeah, this is a bunch of stuff I've picked up recently, most of it, and I got it drafted straight away. I just needed to sort out my photography area in order to get the pictures done. Anyway, so top of the list is Viner's saucepans. Not masses of value in them. I got these for nothing, so it was worth fiddling around with. Viner's is a good brand for cutlery. I've sold Viner's cutlery for really strong money before, like £50 and beyond. There's the brand, if you can see it, Viners. So this is one lidded small pan and two larger ones, which are going to go on for 20 plus the postage. Yeah, they were local pickup for free, so not terrible. Next, yeah, grab this. It owes me £1. This is a sealed pack of Instax mini film. There's 2 packs of 10 sheets in there. And yeah, what have I listed or drafted this at? £14. Yeah, that should go quick. Next, oh, this is random. I mean, proper. This is fishing bait. This is red bread crumb. It says, use on its own or add to your favourite ground bait. Bread crumb will mix well, break down and attract fish. There you go. A kilo of that owes me 50p and should sell for anything up to about a tenner. Hooray! Next, another 50p item is a Black & Decker branded spool of strimmer wire. This should fetch, I've drafted it at £7 plus postage, which will be basically £10 all in. Yeah, nothing amazing, but it all adds up. Oh, this, I like this item. It's a tobacco box, tobacco tin. Bit of an unusual one. Nosegay special. Very cool. Go for about £8. I've drafted it at £7.99 plus the postage on top. For that one. Oh, some phone cases. These are Toy Story branded iPhone X and XS. I've got 3 of them, £8 a pack. Next, oh, a carrier bag. I have drafted a carrier bag. Hold that thought. So, owes me nothing, and it is Hogwarts Express. I'm pretty sure this came from the shop at King's Cross. Platform at 9 3/4. There's a little shop up at King's Cross, and this is an official carrier bag, which I have drafted for £8. See how we go. I have sold carrier bags before. I tell you what's fun to list is vintage carrier bags and vintage paper bags from way back when. Sold some of those in the past. Yeah, fun thing to sell. Right, now the item that really surprised me with its value is this. This is a Braun, they're power cells for, I think it's hair curlers. Oh, here we go. Refill for Braun cordless stylers. It's a 2-pack. It's got 2 of these energy cells in. So I picked this up for £1, thinking, yeah, I've sold that sort of stuff in the past. There'll be a market for that. It's an official Braun product. That'll sell. It's got to be worth a tenner or whatever, right? I'm going to spend £1 on it, was my thinking. Got home, looked into it, and I'll show on screen here. Completed for that exact thing, £50. That sort of money. That's what I think I can achieve on that. So if you see them, grab them. There's a strong market for those. Yeah, really surprised. There you go. That's my have that on your radar kind of item for today. Braun energy cells. Who knew? Next we have a Waffle / Panini maker by Ambiano. One of these. Looks like a sandwich toaster. Effectively that's what it is. But it has interchangeable aluminium plates. It's got its waffle plates in at the moment. But we have these ones and the more classic kind of sandwich toaster plates. Yeah, owes me a couple of £pounds from the boot sale, and it's drafted at £7 15, I think I've gone with. So yeah, not bad, not amazing. Does need a little bit of a wipe over and a clean up. Next, another 50p item. I just love this sort of vintage stuff, particularly when it's got its original box. Now these I think date back to the 50s. They are dominant wear poaching rings, pure aluminium. I did actually find a listing, somebody had sold the exact thing. That's all they are. You know, you put that in your pan and then you, hang on, is it in a pan? Poaching is in water. That's how I do my eggs. How's that working then? I was thinking you would fry them in a fry. Anyway, whatever. Poaching rings apparently for poaching in a frying pan. Yeah, that's not poaching. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's very little value in these. I think I've drafted them at £6 plus shipping. I just really loved it as an item. It's a bit battered, right? Rough around the edges, aren't we all? But yeah, that was coming home at 50p. Next, we have a sewing machine pedal. This was actually a freebie. I've sold sewing machine pedals many times over the years. There it is. So that would go on the floor. You would control the power to your sewing machine with it. Nothing special, this one. It is a YDK YC190. If you wanted to know. I'm going to sell that one for 20. I've sold sewing machine pedals right up to 30, 40 pounds before. It just depends what you've got and what the demand is. Next, another electrical item. This owes me £1 from the boot sale. It's a hairdryer. Hairdryers do sell, but it all comes down to brand really and the model. This is a Cloud9. Again, does need a bit of a cleanup. Cloud9 do pretty well. This one, let's see if I can find my draft. Right, I've drafted this one at 33. And that's based on completed and solds. Cloud9 hairdryer. But yeah, look into it if you've not bought and sold hairdryers. Brand is the main thing, but they can do well. Right, next is this. This is a little Nutella glass, another nice cheap boot sale item for 50p. Yeah, there's a market for these. Let's see if I can find it. So I've drafted it as Nutella Yellow Gingerbread Man Glass Tumbler, and it's going on at 10. We'll see if I can achieve that on that one. Right, the last thing I've got on my list of drafted items is a Netgear Wi-Fi range extender, and I just don't know where I've put it, so I can't show it to you, but it's a little black box, I think, effectively. Yeah, owes me £1 from the boot sale, and it's going on at 13. So not amazing, but it's just bread and butter stuff that turns over quick for me. So there you go. So the one to remember really out of these, if you can, Braun power cells or energy cells. Sorry, there you go. Not bad, from £1 at the boot sale. So there you go. If you would like to watch me at a boot sale, mooching around trying to find the bargains, check me out up here in this video. I'll see you over there in a sec. Ta-ra.